Hello, welcome to the Trade Game channel. My name is Daniel. It's February the 1st, and we're going to talk about trading. Um, we usually talk about trading cryptocurrency on this channel, but really this is not about that. This is about trading in general. And specifically, I want to try and address quickly, or hopefully fairly quickly, what grid trading is, because this is the form of trading that I do, or that I like to do or attempt to do. Well, what it actually is a little bit confusing, and there are different ways that people do this, but I'm going to try to explain about a basic example as I can think of for this. And so, for our example, we're going to say that we have a guy, let's say his name is Jerry. This is Jerry. Whoops. And Jerry likes peanuts. Likes peanuts a lot, right? So Jerry wants to become a peanut trader, right? I named Jerry after a comedian who was very popular in the 90s when I was younger. He used to make jokes about peanuts. I was like, what? Why do they? Why do they make it so hard to get into the bags of peanuts on the airplanes? That's so crazy. What's up with that? Ha ha ha. Yeah. Whatever. But anyway, so we're gonna say Jerry really likes peanuts, and he wants to trade peanuts and make money off of doing this. He wants to be a peanut trader. So we're going to suppose is that Jerry has some money that he wants to trade with. So let's say Jerry has $3 or 3 USDT, but we can just kind of say $3 to sort of make it simple, or a little bit more simple. And he would like to trade peanuts. So, let's say, for the sake of our example, that that peanuts are trading at maybe, say, 50 cents, somewhere around there. I mean, the actual currency, digital currency, Peanut the squirrel, is currently trading at about 20 cents, actually. But for the purpose of our example, it doesn't really matter. Let's say it's trading around 50 cents. Well, okay, so let's say, for example, the current price of peanuts is around 50 cents, and it starts to go up, right? Like that. And it gets up to about $1, right? So let's say Jerry buys a peanut, one peanut, for $1. $1. So now Jerry has one peanut and $2 left over. Right? So now he has $2 and one peanut. All right. Ooh. Yeah, here we go. That was $3 too. So Jerry has bought one peanut for $1. Jerry is like, yay, I have a peanut. Jerry likes peanuts. That's fine. So that's all good. Now let's say, for the purpose of our example, that the price of peanuts continues to go up to about $1.75. Right? Jerry's very happy. He's like, all right, my peanut is is worth $1.75 now. This is great. I have a valuable peanut. Wonderful. All right, this is good for Jerry. But Jerry could, at this point, sell his peanut for about $1.75 and make 75 cents, and that would be great. But Jerry's like, okay, well, I could sell this for $1.75. But what if the price keeps going up? I mean, if the price keeps going up, then you might have a really valuable peanut afterwards. And Jerry likes peanuts. So, what Jerry decides to do is instead of selling his one peanut right away, he instead decides to say, okay, well, Jerry thinks that $1.50 is a pretty good price to sell his one peanut for. So Jerry sets a sell order for $1.50. So that this way, and this is pretty smart of Jerry if you think about it, if the price of peanuts goes down, back down to where it was, or down below $1.50, he will have sold his peanut for $1.50. Whereas if the price keeps going up, then he can later sell his peanut for even more than $1.50. Okay, so for the example of our for the purposes of our example, though, let's just say the price does go back down, boom, like that, and let's say that it goes all the way back down to about where it was before. So in this instance, Jerry will have purchased one peanut at $1 and sold that same peanut for $1.50. Right? So Jerry will be back to having no peanuts, but he'll have $3.50 at the end of all this. And that's pretty cool. Jerry's trying to be a trader of the peanuts, and he just made 50 cents. So he was like, all right, cool, good job. Let's keep doing this. So Jerry wants to keep going. So that being the case, what Jerry can do, Jerry might be saying to himself, well, gosh, peanuts go up and down in value all the time. And they seems like they tend to go up and down between 50 cents and $2 a lot. So instead of Jerry manually buying and then selling, he gets on his whiz-bang computer and sets up an algorithm so that every time the price crosses $1, he'll buy one peanut. And then every time the price crosses $1.50, it will place an order. Once it crosses above $1.50, it'll place an order to sell for $1.50. And so this way, as the price of the peanuts goes up and down, above and below $1, Jerry will make 50 cents each time the price goes from $1 up to above $1.50. And then as it goes down, he will sell at $1.50 and then buy that same peanut at $1. Nothing will happen here because he's already bought his one peanut. And then crossing this line here, it'll automatically place this order and then come back down, and when the price crosses the sell order of the down direction, it will sell the peanut for $1.50 and then rebuy it right here. And so Jerry's going to sort of end up holding one peanut most of the time. But by doing this repeatedly, he can automatically, consistently buy peanuts at $1 and also consistently sell peanuts at $1.50 and one peanut at a time. So this is a great setup for Jerry. And this would be essentially a one grid line grid. We typically refer to the number of grid lines as being the number of buy orders. The sell orders are sort of secondary. So what Jerry will eventually realize is that you can set buy orders above this as well. And in fact, you can set a buy order at the same place as the sell order if you wanted to. And you can stack these buy and sell orders on top of one another. And so the price can move up and down all that it wants. And Jerry will incrementally make money as the price moves up and down as time goes on. And so that is how grid trading works in a nutshell. Ding, ding. So this way, Jerry is very happy. Even though the price of peanuts may not necessarily go super high, he can make some return on investment buying and selling peanuts in this way. And by using a computer algorithm, a software algorithm, he can automate this process so that he doesn't have to manually buy and sell all this stuff himself. And so you could, for example, to continue this, and if that's all that you were looking for from this video, feel free to click off now. This is the Trade Game channel. I'm Daniel. Thank you so much for coming to watch and listen. Please like and subscribe. That helps our community a lot if you do that. But if you'd like to see a further extended example, I'm going to do one now, just since we're here doing this anyway. So let's say Jerry is $3 now. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on how grid trading works, and I'll share with you one of its limitations. In trading cryptocurrency, we would refer to this type of trading as trading in spot, in that you're just buying peanuts outright for a certain amount of money. And you would probably be using a US dollar token instead of actual US dollars, but that's a video for another day. And so what Jerry can also do, in addition to having his one grid line, where he has one buy order and one sell order, he can stack two of these on top of each other. And this is why I gave him $3 to start out with. Jerry can, if he wants to, create a grid where he's buying one peanut here at $1 and also planning to buy another peanut here at $2. This being the case, he can extend the range at which he's trading so that every time it goes up to here and then comes back down, he makes 50 cents. Right? And if the price goes up to $1.75 and comes up to $1.75, crosses over $2 and then comes up here, say there's a peanut shortage or something, and it goes up, and go up to 3, 4, whatever, and then comes back down. As it comes back down, he'll sell his second peanut at $2.50, and so he'll make a 50-cent profit. And then if it returns down, he'll make another 50-cent profit here, making a total of $1 profit off the whole thing. Now, it is important to remember that in such an event as this, Jerry will, if he has set up his grid to trade automatically, Jerry will end up owning 2 peanuts at the end of this sweep. And so he will have only $1 left from this coming down. Or which is to say, starting out with $3, he will have made 50 cents off of this first move. And then made 50 cents off of this sale, and then 50 cents off of this sale, and then be back down here. And so after this price movement, Jerry will have made $1.50 total profit. Right. he will own 2 peanuts because he bought in on the way down. And right, so there you go. So in this instance, Jerry will not still have his $3 at the end of the price action. He will have $1.50, but he will have 2 peanuts that he can walk away with. So that's nice. But also, if the price of peanuts were to, instead of going down here, were to continue upwards from here, that, Jerry could, if he wanted to, ooh, gosh, terrible arrow, sell these 2 peanuts for a profit. So, say for example, the price of peanuts goes up and it just goes like this, and it goes up to $3. So if this were to happen and Jerry is like, okay, $3 is a good price for peanuts, it looks like it's starting to go back down, I'm happy with $3, I'm just going to sell my 2 peanuts for $3. Jerry will have made a profit. He'll have made a good profit off of this. But how much will he have made exactly? Well, if Jerry bought 1 peanut at $1 and 1 peanut at $2, then you would need to add these two together and average this in order to find out the average price that he paid for each peanut. This is a process that in trading, in investing, we call dollar cost averaging, and there are other ways that dollar cost averaging gets used, or other ways, but in the sense that you've placed 2 buy orders at different prices, and then you average those buy prices together, weighted according to how much you purchased, to give you your average price. And so in this instance, Jerry would have 2 peanuts, and he would have bought those peanuts at an average price of $1.50. And so if he sells those 2 peanuts for $3, then he will have made a 100% profit. Right? Now, the limitation of grid trading that people will point out sometimes is that Jerry could have, with his $3, purchased 3 peanuts at $1, and then if he had sold at $3, he would have made a 300% profit, or 200% return on investment. So we've gone from $1 to from $3, from $3 up to $9. Whereas with here, going from $1.50, you would go up to $6. And so you don't make as much profit from closing your overall position from selling up here once you've gotten above your grid, because you sort of averaged in your buying across the space of your grid. Now, with a grid like this, it's $6 versus $9. Not a huge deal, really, because we only have 2 grid lines. Jerry has taken his $3 and he's only spread it out over 2 grid lines. If Jerry were to get really excited about this whole grid trading idea, he might say, wow, peanuts are really great. I really love peanuts, man. These things are awesome. These are really good. I'm going to trade peanuts, and I think that they're going to go up to $300. I think peanuts are going to be worth $300. There's a big peanut festival happening soon, and I think they're going to get really expensive. So Jerry might think, wow, this is great. I'm going to take advantage of this whole grid trading idea, and he may take his $3 and spread that money out, and he may stack these grid lines really, really high. You may say, do a grid line at $1, $2, $3, all the way up to $300, and put 1 penny on each grid line, and so he'd be buying a fraction of a peanut each time, and selling 1 penny's worth of peanuts at the 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and so on dollar marks. And so Jerry, if the price of peanuts does in fact go up to $300, then Jerry probably will have done rather well from the grid trading action back and forth as it went up to $300. But say for the purpose of example, say he's 100% right about it, and peanuts go from $1 or for 50 cents, but he'll be buying it at $1, up to $300. Okay? Say, for the purpose of example, that's what happens. Where's $300? Here we go. $300 is about right here. So, if Jerry were to set his grid with 1 cent per grid line of $300, and the price were to very rapidly move from where it is now at less than $1 up to $300, and then Jerry sells at $300 exactly. I'm just going to use $300 exactly as for the purposes of our illustration, really. Then he will have made a profit. Jerry will do just fine. We're not worried about Jerry's profitability at that point. But the thing to remember about this is that because Jerry's investment money has been spread out from $1 all the way up to $300, and he's buying in evenly across the whole thing, all of that would essentially be averaged together in terms of his buy price. And so Jerry will have bought $3 worth of peanuts over the course of this whole thing, but he will have bought those $3 worth, rather, of peanuts at an average price of roughly $150 per peanut. So what that means is that at the end of this grid, Jerry will have made, in terms of the profit on his actual buying and then selling just on this move, a 100% return on investment, which is great. That's very good. Jerry did well. It's not a problem. And realistically, because this price would probably wander up and down as it was going from $1 or so up to $300, he would have made some additional money from grid trading this, right? And that's great. That's wonderful. That's what grid trading is all about. It's making a little bit additional revenue. But the thing is, when you spread out your investment to this dramatic a degree, before, in our example, it was we made $6 versus $9, right? If you would go here, though, if you spread your grid out this far, then your average price would be $150 per peanut, and you sell at $300 per peanut. That means that you double your money, right? 100% return on investment. Whereas if Jerry were to have bought 3 peanuts at $1 per peanut way down here, and then held on to them, and then sold those 3 peanuts for $300, then he just made a considerably larger amount of money from that than he would have from trading it on a grid all the way up to $300. So, this is a limitation of this style of trading. You can absolutely set your grids to go up way high above the price action if you want to, and I do have some bots actually currently that are doing this, and it's fine to do that. It's just that the further you spread out the amount of money you're investing in these, the less you're going to actually return if the price does shoot up. But also, spreading out your investment means that you're buying and selling fewer peanuts, less peanuts, as it does trade, and so you kind of get less of a return on your investment for the actual grid trading itself. So this is quite useful in trading, but you do have to be careful because setting really big, wide trading grids when doing this sort of thing has diminishing returns. There's diminishing returns for using this system. If you really try to expand it out too far, you end up not getting enough of a return from the action of the grid trading for it to be worth it. And you end up dollar cost averaging kind of a little too much. Now, that being said, you absolutely can use this, especially if you're trading without leverage, to just sort of trade a stock or a currency on the foreign exchange or on the digital exchanges, the digital currency exchanges. You could say, for example, if Jerry wanted to trade peanuts and he thought, well, okay, I think peanuts are going to go up to $300, but they aren't going to go up there yet, and I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get up there. He might instead set up a grid just like this with two grid lines, and one at $1 and one at $2, and then just let the price range in its normal sort of seasonal pattern, something like that. Maybe do a little bit of this number, yada yada, like that, and then possibly explode upwards later. And so Jerry will be able to make revenue, return on investment, from the normal ranging up and down of the price of peanuts without having to repeatedly trade over and over again. So he can systematically and consistently be trading peanuts and making a return on investment, and won't have to worry about making mistakes while setting his orders or setting the wrong time or doing this complicated chart analysis or trying to trade the news or anything like that. This is a good systematic way to take human error out of trading. This being a very simple example of that. So this is the Trade Game channel, and this has been what is, I hope, a fairly easily understandable basic explanation of how grid trading works. There are other types of grid trading. This is not the only type. This is just a very simple example. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to leave comments below. Please do like and subscribe. That helps us to grow our community and our channel. Jerry would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the channel and like his video especially. And if you have any questions, comments, complaints, please leave them in the comments down below. Let's see, what is? Oh, this is the Trade Game channel. I am Daniel. It's February the 1st, or well, it'll be the February the 2nd by the time this really gets released. We've been talking about trading cryptocurrency, although really we've been talking about grid trading in general. Yeah, this is a principle that has been used for a while to trade stocks, to trade on the foreign exchange, to trade other things, in addition to digital currencies, in addition to peanuts. But that's just the example that we were using here today. So, yeah, please be good. God be with you. Be good to one another. And I will talk to you later.